see what happens. So welcome, Bonnie, as well. Good to have you. Okay, so let's start by coming into a comfortable seated position, just sitting nice and tall. Invite the shoulders to lift up, roll them back, release them down, and then invite the eyelids to close and take a nice long, easy breath and exhale. So letting go of any expectations, any judgments, and just invite yourself to just be. And what does this mean? It means we let go of doing, we let go of the need to achieve or strive. We're just being. We're here in our bodies, in our space. So feel yourself in your space, in your seat, in your room, and acknowledging this present moment. You know, we have left the past. We are not yet at the future. So we're just right here in this present moment. And then just noticing how that lands for you. Noticing what the feelings are in the body. Noticing just the state of your being right now in this moment, right here now. And as you note how you're doing, noticing what it is, how it is you'd like to show up for your practice today. And then set an intention for our time together. And with awareness on that intention, taking the sound of the bell, following it to the end. Good, and then inhaling, lift up through the crown of the head. And exhaling, lower the chin to the chest, release through the shoulders, relax through the back of the neck. And noticing sensation in the neck. Send the breath right down the muscles on either side of the neck. And as you exhale, invite them to soften. And then lift the chin back to neutral. And then draw the shoulders to the ears and tilt the chin up. Open and close the jaw and move the mouth side to side. Good, and then release the chin back to neutral. And then slowly tilt the ear to your right shoulder. Relax both shoulders down and feel the stretch on the left side of the neck. And then roll the chin forward and bring the left ear up to the left shoulder. And then roll the chin back to neutral and then lift the chin back to starting position. And then working on the shoulders, just doing a little shoulder roll up, back, and down. And the idea is not just about moving the shoulders, it's about being present to what's happening in the shoulders as you move them. So we're paying attention. Maybe noticing muscles you haven't paid attention to before. Certainly not today. And then reverse direction. And then let that circling come to stillness. And now bring the hands down by the sides. And as you inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and then reach them overhead. And as you exhale, extend the arms back to the sides and down. Good. Again, inhale, top of the in-breath, the fingertips touch overhead. And exhale, bottom of the out-breath, the fingertips touch the earth. So let the movement of the arms be in sync with the movement of the breath. Slowing the arms down or speeding the arms up to coordinate with your breath. And just feel this whole motion as it engages most of the body from the waist up. Good, and next time the arms are down by the sides, just pause. And then reach your left hand over to your right knee. Scoot back here. Bring the right hand behind you. And on the in-breath, lift up through the torso. And as you exhale, twist to your right. And then return back to center. Same thing, other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Good. Once more each side. So left hand to right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And then right hand to left knee. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, and then come on back to neutral. And let's interlace the fingers. Turn the palms out in front of you. Keep the torso nice and tall. And again, just rotate to your right, center, and to the left, and center. Keeping the spine nice and tall. And then maybe circle with the arms. And then reverse direction. Listening to your body. Good, and then rotate, bring the hands back to neutral position, and then raise the arms up. Lift up from the waist up. Good, and then slowly release the hands and bring the open palms to the floor just behind you. And then lean back into the support of the arms and slowly shift side to side. Let the head roll back. So be here now. We're present to sensation. We're present to the breath. Our mind is just in sync with how we're being right now in the moment. Okay, let that motion come to stillness, and now come back onto the right elbow. So release the right elbow down, and if that's too much for you, you can take a block and place the block underneath the right elbow. And then reach the left arm up. Look up. Nice full stretch up left side of the body. Exhale, soften. Good, and then release and switch sides. Come on to the left elbow, reach the right arm up and inhale, stretch, exhale, soften. Stretch and soften. Good, and then release, come on back up, and then take the hands on both knees and draw a circle with the torso. And then release, reverse direction. And then with that circling, come to stillness. And now slide the legs out in front of you. And then point and flex, toes, heels, toes, heels. And then slowly circle the feet around the ankles. And again, being present to sensation, noticing what's happening in the ankles today. And reverse direction. Good. And now let's bounce the legs up and down. Good, let that motion come to stillness. And now let's step the right foot a little wider than hips width. And then roll that knee over towards your left leg. And then open the leg out to the side. And just gently move the knee side to side. So towards the leg and away from the leg. Good, and then lower that knee towards the opposite leg, and then bring the right hand outside the left hip. Lift the torso up, just give yourself a little twist to your left. Good, and then walk that right hand back behind the right hip, and then lower the knee, the right knee to the right, and bring that right foot in flush with the left thigh. Good, lift the torso up and then reach out to your foot, ankle, calf, wherever the hands reach the left leg. And then lift the torso up and slowly lower the chin towards the knee. Feeling the stretch in the back of the left leg. And here, if you need to bend the knee slightly, go ahead, always listening to your body. Not about forcing or struggling. It's about just honoring your body exactly the way it is. Good, and then release, walk the hands back, and slide the legs out. And then let's repeat the sequence of the opposite leg. So step your left foot a little wider than hips width, and then just gently roll that knee in and out, in and out. Good, and then lower that knee in towards your opposite leg and hold. And then lift that left hand, place it outside the right thigh. Good. Give a little twist here. Inhale, lift, and exhale, look back over your right shoulder. Good, and then release the hand back, and let's lower that bent knee out to the left, sliding the foot in flush to the right thigh, and then reach the hands down to the foot, ankle, calf. Good, inhale, lift, and exhale, draw the torso forward, chin towards the knee. And noticing where you're feeling sensation here. Might be in the back of the leg, might be in the back, it might be in the shoulders. And wherever you are, just invite a softening there. So breathe right into that point of maximum stretch. And as you exhale, invite it to soften. Again, it's not so much what the posture looks like, but it's about the awareness that we bring to the posture. Good, and then release, walk the hands back. Whew, and now let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. And take hold of the feet with your hands, and then just butterfly the knees, flopping them up and down. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness and bring the elbows in front of the shins, and then gently draw the shins towards you. Feeling stretch in the inner thigh. And you might be feeling the stretch elsewhere, but just noticing. Good, and then release. Bring the hands underneath the shins. Thread the arms, underneath the legs, and then rock back, lift the feet up, and then wiggle the fingers and toes into lotus blossom. Good, and then release the feet back down. And let's move over into a table pose now. So coming onto the hands and knees. So bringing the wrists beneath the shoulders and knees beneath the hips. Spine is neutral. And then starting by just drawing a circle with the hips. And then reverse direction. And let that circling come to stillness. And then taking a breath, and as you exhale, arch the back, chin to chest, tailbone tucked under. And inhale, belly down, tailbone up, lift up through the crown of the head. Good, again, exhale, arch the back, chin to chest, tailbone tucked under. And inhale up. Just moving with the breath. Again, body is moving forward and back with the spine in concert with the breath, and the mind is just watching and paying attention to shifting sensations. So be here now. And then return back to starting position with a flat back, head down. And then taking a breath. And as you exhale, bring the right ear to the right hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to left hip. Inhale to center. Again, move with the breath. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Good, and then return back to starting position. Slide the knees together. And then inhale, lift the right knee out to the right. And exhale, lower it down. Good, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Good, and then lift that knee up and hold. And draw a little circle on the wall with the right knee. Good, and then release that knee down. And then same thing other side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then lift and hold, and then circle that left knee. And then release that knee down. And then reach the right arm out to the side, and then slide it through the window on the left side, bringing the elbow or shoulder to the earth. And then reach that left arm up. And circle with the raised left arm. A little more challenge here. You can stretch the left foot back, tucking the toes under. Good, and then release. Hand the knee back down, lift the torso back up. And then same thing other side. Let's take the left arm out to the side and then slide it through the window on the right. Reach the right arm up. Again, right foot back if that's in your practice. And then circle with the raised arm. Good, and release back to table pose. And then stepping the knees together and bring your right knee forward, left leg straight back. And then lower the elbows to the earth, interlace the hands, and then gently rock the hips side to side. Good, release that motion and then extend the arms away from you overhead. Reach the forehead down. And make this posture work for you. So if it's too much in the hips, then lift the hips a little bit higher. If it's too much for the knees, lift the hips a little higher. If the head doesn't quite reach the mat, you can stack your fists underneath the forehead. But we'll hold this for several breaths. Take awareness and breath right into that right hip. And as you exhale, let it soften. Good, and then walk the hands back. Let's keep the knee forward. So place the hands on either side of that front knee. And then lift the back foot up. Noticing that accentuates the stretch in the left quadriceps, left thigh. And if you can reach back with that left hand and take hold of the foot, try that. And again, notice the stretch in the left thigh. Good, then release the foot down, slide that right knee back, and then repeating the sequence on the other side. So bring the left knee forward between the hands, right leg back, reach the elbows down, interlace or rock the hips side to side. Good, and then reach the arms away from you, reaching the forehead down. Again, making the posture work for you. Take awareness and breath right to the point of maximum stretch, and as you exhale, let it soften. Good, then release the hands to either side of the left knee. Lift up through the torso. And again, if it's in your practice, lift that right foot up. And if you can reach back with the right hand and take hold of the foot, try that. Feeling the stretch in the right thigh. Good, then release that foot down. And let's come back to table pose. And then lift the torso up. So we're in a kneeling position. And then find your way up to standing position. See if you can not use your hands to stand up. Okay, so bringing the feet about hips width apart. Outer feet underneath the inner hips. And then gently sway back and forth between the balls and heels. So exhale as you rock forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And then use your palms. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Good, and then release the arms down. Step the feet in a little closer together. Again, shift the weight forward so that the weight is just in front of the heels. And we're going to build our way into Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's activate the feet, activate the calves, activate the thighs, tuck the tailbone under, lift up through the ribs. Good. Lift the shoulders up, back and down, and draw the chin back. And then activate the arms and slowly reach the arms out to shoulder level. Pause here. Maybe bring the shoulder blades together behind the back. Lift up through the crown of the head. And then turn the palms up and reach the arms directly over the shoulders. Good. So here we are in Tadasana, mountain pose. We are just being, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Right here in this body, in this form. Right here in this moment, just paying attention. Just noticing what's happening now. And then slowly release the arms, feeling each sensation as the arms move through space. Slowly release the arms all the way down. Long, easy breath. Exhale, letting go. Good enough. Step the feet a little wider, maybe just slightly wider than hips width. And then raise the arms up in front of you to shoulder height. And then bring the arms out to the sides and around behind the back. We're going to interlace our hands here. And if your hands can't interlace behind the back, use a strap or a tie and hold on to that. But otherwise, interlace the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And now hinge forward at the hips. Lengthen the torso forward and down. And here, keep the head at heart level or above if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure or glaucoma. But otherwise, lower the head down, raise the arms up behind you as far as you can go. Maybe you want to bend your knees here if that's too intense of a stretch in the back of the legs. Relax through the back of the neck. It's a standing yoga mudra, posture of surrender. So what is it you wish to surrender today? And then bending the knees slightly, and then slowly lift the torso straight up, one long line, and then release the hands. And then shake the arms and legs. Good, so let's once again step the feet in close to one another, and we'll move into our balancing pose. We'll do chair pose. So, place the hands on the thighs and bend the knees, and as you bend the knees, slide the hands down the thighs, and then arch the back. Good, and then reach both arms out in front of you to shoulder height, and then see if you can bend the knees a little farther. So from here, let's shift the weight over the right leg. Just gonna make it a balancing pose. Shift the weight to the right, and then lift the left foot up. You can cross that left foot over the right. Do that, keeping your balance. Whoa. Okay to fall out. And then come on back out. And let's stand up before we do the other side, and then just shake things off. So same posture, other side. So feet together, slide the hands down the thighs as you bend the knees. And then reach the arms up to shoulder height in front of you. Now shift the weight to your left. Find your drishti, your focal point. And then as you have your stability, lift the right foot up, cross it over the opposite leg. Let the breath be slow and steady. Just being here now, right here in this moment. Good, and then release the foot. Come on back up. Again, shake the arms and legs. Good, at least you tried it, right? Good, and then shake the arms, shake the legs. And let's shake the whole body. So bring the feet a little wider than hips width, and then just swing side to side. Exhale to the side, inhale in transition. Ha, ha, ha. Good, and then let that motion come to stillness. Bring the feet in. Just pause for a moment and just feel the awakened energy in the body. All right, I was going to do a balancing pose, but I just changed my mind. Let's bring the feet nice and wide here. Like 3.5, 4 feet, or one leg's length apart. And then let's turn the right foot out at a 90-degree angle here, and then rotate the left foot in slightly to your right. And then noticing the torso is wanting to shift to your right, and then bring the torso so that the hips and shoulders are equidistant to the long edge of your mat. Good, and then raise the arms to shoulder level. And let's slide the torso to your right. Good, and then return back. Slide the torso to your right. And return back. And let's pause here and just imagine that you're sandwiched between two panes of glass, okay? So we won't be bending forward, we won't be twisting, okay? We're just gonna stay within that, those two panes of glass. And then slide the torso to your right, and then reach the right hand down towards the right leg, wherever it reaches. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Feel the sensation on the left side of the body. Just noticing what's here now. Good, and then release, lift the torso back to neutral. Let's go right to the other side. So now turn the opposite foot to the left, right foot indented to your left, hips forward, shoulders over hips. arms up, and then slide the torso to your left. Come back to neutral, and again, slide the torso to your left, and back, and then again, slide the torso all the way to the left, and then reach the hand down, right arm up. Good, look up at the raised right hand if that works for you. Good, and then release, back up, turn the feet in, and then let's do heel, toe, till we're back into Tadasana, and then release the arms down, standing nice and tall. Let's pause and just noticing if your posture hasn't shifted a little bit. I know I feel taller after I do triangle pose. All right, so let's step to the front edge of the mat and then melt down to a seated position. Bring the hands underneath the bent knees and then just slowly rock back. So either rock back up to the waist or up the full length of the spine. Good, and then rock onto the back. Release the arms down by the sides and then stretch the feet up towards the ceiling in candlestick pose. And then we'll either stay in candlestick pose if that works for you, or if you want to try a little more challenge, we'll come into half shoulder stand. And we do half shoulder stand by placing the hands flat on the mat, arms long, and then rotate the hips back, bring the hips back and lift them up, bringing the hands on either side of the hips, legs up. Half shoulder stand. Want to have a slight angle between the spine and the legs. Make sure that there's no holding in the neck so that you can easily roll the head from side to side. Good, and then bend the knees, slide the hands down the back of the legs, and then stretch the legs out on the mat. Just pause for a few breaths. And now let's place the feet right up by the buttocks, so preparation for bridge pose. Feet hips width distance apart. And then bring the arms down by the sides, palms facing down. And as you inhale, just lift the hips, inch or so off the earth. And as you exhale, lower them back down. Good, inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower down. Just moving with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then lift the hips all the way up. Slide the hands together behind the back. And then roll the shoulders under so the weight's on the outside of the upper shoulders. And then press into the feet as the hips lift. Setu Bandhasan, bridge pose. Good, and then release the hands. Slowly lower one vertebra at a time back to the earth. And then slide the left leg out along the mat and draw the right knee up to the chest. Interlace the hands around the right knee. And as you exhale, squeeze that knee towards you. Inhale, relax. And exhale, squeeze that right knee towards you. Inhale, relax. And then lower that right foot on top of the left knee. Bring the left hand on top of the bent knee, right arm out to the side at shoulder level. And then slowly guide that knee over to your left as you turn your head to the right, coming into knee down twist. Supta Matsyendrasana. Good, and then slowly release that knee back to neutral, and then lower the bent knee out to your right. And then slide that right leg along the floor. And notice the difference between the right and left legs, noting if the right leg feels a little longer. And now let's lift the left knee up to the chest. Just interlace the hands on top of the knee. Squeeze that knee towards you. Good, and then place the left foot on top of the right knee. Bring the right hand on top of the bent knee, left arm out to the side, and then guide that knee over to your right as you turn your head to the left. Good, and then release that knee back up. Lower the bent knee out to the side. And then slide that left leg next to the right, and notice if they feel a little bit more evenly balanced now. And then from here, take any stretches or moves body's calling for before positioning yourself for relaxation, meditation. feel right for you to complete your practice. So as you find your way onto the back or into a seated position for relaxation meditation, let yourself just be. There's nothing to do. Just being right here, exactly where you are, not just location, but exactly where you are in your life right now. Right now, in this moment. And then from this place of inner attunement, just let your awareness come back to the fingers, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And invite the body to stretch and move as they're waking up for the first time today. And then gradually finding your way back to a seated position without disturbing your relaxation. And then once again, sitting nice and tall and taking a deep breath and exhale, letting go. And then acknowledging yourself for taking this time to nurture yourself in body, mind, and spirit. And in gratitude for our practice and for our time together, for our Sangha. Let's share in the ancient sound of peace and harmony, the sound of Om, by inhaling. Om, peace, peace, Om. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
You're
Tara.
welcome. Thank you so much.